Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't watched my previous video, please go ahead and check it out. It's basically me introducing this new project car that I'm sat in right now. It's a Volvo V70 2007 Estate Sports Edition. It's an absolute belter of a car, loads of shit wrong with it. So this is going to be a journey of me trying to fix this car as best as I can with absolutely no mechanical experience whatsoever. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see if I can sort out anything. Sorry, can't focus. So a little bit of background information. The car, when I bought it for £1,500, I bought it off a next door neighbour. It wasn't in the best conditions. It needed a new drive shaft on the passenger side and the driver's side, which came to about £300, I think, with labour, which was really, really good. And then also to get it through its MOT, which it passed with no advisories. So it is actually a road legal car, but this still feels like there's quite a lot to do on it. Like the brakes don't feel great. The clutch is actually surprisingly quite good. The engine is as sweet as a nut. And also, which is really one thing that's really annoying, is I've actually changed the oil in this car. I changed it before of thinking of this series, which is really frustrating, and I don't really want to spend about 60 odd quid on a 5 litres of oil again. So unfortunately guys, you won't be seeing me doing an oil change on this. Maybe in a future video, maybe, but not right now. But there's still loads of other things that I need to do to this car to get it back up to scratch and back up to former glory. But one of the really annoying things that doesn't work is the rear wiper. I don't know if you can see. Let's try and get that to focus. So as I'm now going to be putting the rear wiper on, you can see in the background, nothing. Absolutely nothing. That rear wiper is just not moving. So that is the first job on the Volvo V70 that you guys are going to join me on. Okay guys, so I'm just going to turn it on now. So holding it. As you can see, washer fluid's coming out, but there's no bloody wiper blade action whatsoever. So this is what we're going to try and use to solve the problem, which is basically a wiper blade motor that sits inside of here. So I need to get this off, take the old one off, and hopefully this replaces that. So guys, just to begin with, there are 4 torque screws in the cover for the boot. So I'm going to have to take those out one by one. And then take this faceplate off. The back plate I think can stay on, so I think it just unclips anyway, so should be a pretty easy job.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Jesus. Is the thing in question, which is the rear wiper blade motor. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if I replace this, I've got to unclip this, undo some bolts. There's 3 of them, and then just reconnect the washer fluid, I think this is, and then yeah, get the new one on, or brand new second-hand one, as we like to call them, an eBay special. Get that on and see if it resolved the problem. So guys, I've already ran into my first problem. I've kind of realised that the wiper blade motor is connected to the external wiper blade. So I've got to take the actual external wiper blade cap off, and then I can remove the motor. So guys, that's the bolt that I need to take off, and I found the right spanner. So I can just take that off, I can't do it one-handed. I've got some explaining to do. So the reason why I'm in someone's bloody garage and I've moved is basically because in the last clip it started to get really dark. So I stopped recording, but I actually carried on working. So I wanted to see if this wiper blade motor would work, and then I would sort of filmed it afterwards saying this is what I did. So I carried on, fit the new wiper blade motor, turned the key, still nothing. So at that point I was like, it's got to be that wiper blade motor. There's nothing else that could be wrong. So I thought, I'm just going to buy another one. Because that one that I bought originally was a second-hand one from a breaker's yard, I thought maybe it's broken or something. So I bought another one from eBay, but this time it was actually a brand new one, so it was a little bit more. So to catch up, guys, I've got that one from the breaker's yard. I'm going to try that one again, see what I can do. If that doesn't work, I'll try and fit the new one. And if that doesn't work, I have no idea how to sort this problem. But yeah, I'm going to try and get stuck in and see if we can get this rear wiper blade motor working again. And please, for the love of God, can I get it to work? Okay guys, so now I've put the motor on from the breaker's yard that I got from eBay on now, and so the wiper blade is on that stupid position, but if it does move and I've solved it, then it will move, so I'll just have to readjust where I put it. So let's go get that in there. Now to put the rear wipers on, you have to push away, I think. So moment of truth. Let's see. No. So it's not working again. Got a little bit of water there from the washer fluid, so at least the washer fluid's working. But that's still not solved it. So that's a rear motor there. That's that plugged in. I've definitely got it all plugged in right. There's the cable. I'll show you in here. It's all plugged in right. So the only thing I can think of is if it's not getting power, that could be the reason. So what I'm going to try and do now is trace these wires, see where they go to. So I'm guessing they go into here, in there, and then I think there's some sort of, shit, what's this? Right, so that's a fuse box. I know that for a fact. So I know the lighting's pretty bad, guys, so I have to turn my torch on. There you go. The fuse box there, and I think that's where the wires are coming from. So what I'm going to do now is try and check where, if those wires are sort of broken at any point, because I can only think that it's just not getting any power to the wiper motor. So I'm going to check the power, see where the wires are going, and see if we've got any breakages. I do know a common problem with these Volvos, I've read online, is that in the boot hinges of the tailgate, the boot lid, where it closes, they can sometimes sort of catch on the wires, and it can sort of cut the wires, and you can have all sorts of issues because of that. So I'm going to check inside of here whether the wires have come loose or cut. Okay guys, so at the minute the wires look all good. I'm pretty sure that someone's had a go at that, because that should not be open and exposed, but I'm going to have to try and get some tape and put that on there. But for now, those wires look pretty good, so I don't think there's any issues there. They feel fine down there, so I still think there's power that's getting to the motor, so I'm not quite sure what's going on at the minute. Okay, so because I feel like power's getting to the motor, I can't really think of anything else that could be going wrong. But I know this is a fuse box, and I know fuses, you need fuses for like electricity to work properly.
You stupid.
No, not.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
You stupid.
I know that the fuses do something. So this is the owner's manual that I found in the glove box for the Volvo. Gone to the fuses section, and I'm hoping there's a rear wiper section, because I know there's a fuse box in the front. I'm pretty sure that there's one here. There should be one in the driver's side somewhere by the steering wheel, I think. So if we look for a rear wiper, so we've got windscreen wipers there, that's in the front one. Aha, right, okay, so we've got rear wiper number 19, Don't know if that's going to focus. Rear wiper there, number 19 on the fuse box, which is that one there. I'm not sure if it's going to show. So it needs 15 amp. Right, so fingers crossed we're going to solve the problem, guys, by checking number 19 of the fuse. So guys, it was number 19 for the rear wiper. Yeah, there we go. So this is the back fuse box. So we've got 19, there it is, that blue one. So if this is blown, this could be the reason why our bloody motor's not working. I'll tell you what, guys, that's blown. That's actually blown, that's not connected in the middle. But we might have solved it because of that fuse. So we need to go and get some more fuses, or hopefully my dad's got some. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he's got some. Right, I'm back, guys, and just like that, I've found some in my dad's garage.
Wow, it's very nice.
25 amp one, but I'm hoping that's going to work because I can't find any more. So what I'm going to do is pop that back in, and then hopefully we've solved the problem and my rear wiper motor will work. So I can just send that new one back and problem solved. So I'm going to try it now and see if it works. Right, so new one's going in, number 19 again. That's going to go in. There we go. That's in now, so new fuse is in. Right, so we've now replaced the motor, we've also replaced the fuse, we've checked the wiring, it looks okay. The only other thing now I can think of is maybe we've got a dodgy connector, maybe the connector that's sort of in the boot lid that connects to the rear motor is dodgy. Fingers crossed, now we've changed the fuse, let's see if that's solved the problem. Moment of truth, guys, give that a turn, let's press it, see if you can see. That should work. Come on. Ah, for God's sake. Right, it's not working still. I actually don't know what's wrong with this. Right, I think the only last thing I can do is check the connector which sits inside, see if that's getting power to it. But if it is, then I honestly don't know what the problem is with this rear wiper motor is. So guys, I've got this bad boy voltmeter, digital multimeter. Basically using these two prongs, I've learned this in electronics at GCSE, so it's pretty helpful, but basically it's very basic. You stick these two prongs on a wire or electrical device and you set it to this 200 ohm thing. Basically if you put the two things on the wire, this number 1 will change to like a 0.2 or a 0.1. Basically it'll get closer to 0 if there's a current running through it. So fingers crossed, if I put this on the connector in there, I'm thinking it should show as like 0.2, so it's showing that the connector is working basically and that it's going to the motor, the current will be going to the motor, so it's got power. So let's try and check that now and see if we can find a problem with the connector, because if not, I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay guys, so it's going to be a bit tricky to show you, but the multimeter here, it's got a number 1 on it, so what I'm going to do is just pop it on the connector. Let's see if we get any signals. Right, we're getting 0.1, so there's current going through it, 0.07. So there's definitely current going through it. You're gonna have to just take my word for it, guys, because I can't really show you with both my hands in here. So we've got current going to the motor. So the problem has got to be this motor. Now this is a second-hand one from eBay. So the only thing I can think of is that the motor I've had off eBay doesn't work. So what I'm going to do now is check inside the motor, see if the one that I bought off eBay, the second-hand one, is broken, and if not, I'm going to have to just try and use the brand new one and see if that solves my problem. But if that doesn't work, I have no idea, and I'm going to have to take this to the garage because I don't know what's wrong. It's getting power, I've replaced the fuse, The fuse hasn't gone again. I've checked the motor, I've checked the power. It all seems fine, so I don't really understand it at all. But yeah, I'm going to take this one off, have a look inside, see what I can find, but then if not, replace it with a brand new motor, and then yeah. Right, okay guys, so I did take the motor apart off camera. I'll show you some pictures of it, and it's not a pretty sight. Basically the motor is absolutely fine, but the gears that are inside the motor, which actually turn the wiper blade mechanism, are rusted to shit. I tried putting WD-40 in them, cleaning them, just did not work. So I think they've actually seized. So basically that's a faulty part, so there's no wonder it wasn't working. So what I'm going to try and do now is take the brand new rear wiper blade motor and try and put that one on and see if that solves the problem. But if not, then I literally don't have a clue what's going on. So fingers crossed guys, I can get this sorted. It's literally taken me hours, this has, to try and sort. Starting to get a little bit fed up now. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get it sorted with the new motor. Right guys, moment of truth. Ignition, electrics on. Rear wiper blade. Can we see you move, please? Oh my god! I've actually done it!
A great success!
Yes! Come on! Get in. It's actually flipping working. Can we see it working in action? Finally! I literally had just about given up with this thing. It literally has been an absolute nightmare to try and sort out. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, so there you go guys, that has been an absolute graft. To most of you watching, you're probably like screaming at the video saying, why is he not checking the fuse box? I don't really understand why I didn't check the fuse box in the first place. So that was probably one of the first problems that I should have checked. Was the fuse box to see if any fuses were blown, and of course it was bloody blown. But even when I replaced the fuse, it wasn't working. There was no wiring issues, which was good because then I don't have to do any soldering or anything like that. But one thing I didn't check was the actual motor that I bought off eBay. So that just goes to show that even though you're buying parts off eBay that are listed as working, some of them don't. I should have seen the signs, being that it's from a breaker's yard. And it was disgusting inside the motor. I just didn't know, because obviously I've never worked on anything like this before, and I didn't know what to expect. But buying that brand new motor has literally saved me so much time and hassle. I genuinely thought to myself, if I can't fix this problem with the new motor, I'm actually going to have to give it to someone else to try and fix. But the whole point of this series is to show you a non-car guy like myself, no experience, no mechanical experience with cars or anything like that, can actually solve problems and fix problems. I absolutely love doing it so far. I'm so flipping grateful that I've managed to sort that. There's probably a lot of you thinking that is probably one of the easiest jobs in the world, but to me that meant a lot. So fingers crossed I can carry on like this in my future videos. But if you do like the channel guys, and if you are enjoying these car repair videos, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And yeah guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.